Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Lorna. I'm a psychotherapist and a yoga teacher, and I'd like to explain to you today why the heck I'm making these videos about moving, breathing, neuroscience, mental health, anxiety and depression. So the reason I make these videos is because I, in my own life and experience, have positively experienced the positive impact on my own physical and mental health. This is why I became a yoga teacher, and this is why I then trained as a clinical psychotherapist, and I'm an expert in the field of body awareness. So why yoga? So yoga makes us feel good. Okay, there's so many things about yoga that are great, and actually on YouTube there are millions of yoga teachers and classes that you can go to now. We can do them on Zoom. It's fantastic. So for me, I want to encourage as many people as possible who really thought yoga wasn't for them, that it was for skinny, rich, white women. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So I want to encourage regular people, I don't know what normal is, I'm not interested in normal, but people who will be put off by some of those other visuals, to do yoga because the benefits for mental health are huge. It impacts our parasympathetic nervous system, so we're able to relax more. It also impacts a part of our brain called the insula. So it's why when we do yoga, I know that it feels different to if I've done a run. So really why I will wax lyrical and talk about yoga and mental health is so I would like you to go to different yoga classes, not come to me and do yoga, to go and try different types of yoga. If you like the teacher, great. If you don't, go somewhere else. Have choice. It's a really cool hobby to have. I also would like to encourage you to have your own home practice. That might mean you buy a yoga mat for $10 or £10. That you might do 10 minutes of yoga twice a week. So it's knowing that you've got this tool in your toolbox that's going to help you with mental health. And again, it's about giving you choice. And I also need to, again, talk about safety. I do talk about safety a lot in many of my other videos, because not all yoga is that great. Some of it's very unsafe, and I've been around firsthand a lot of very unsafe yoga, especially if people are vulnerable, and people are attracted to yoga when they feel vulnerable. I know I was, and there are people who will take advantage of that. So I need to raise awareness around safety in yoga, and if something doesn't feel okay, you leave. You switch it off, no problem. Okay, so I hope that's useful about why I talk about yoga, and really want to encourage you to try different forms of yoga, and I'm going to give you the knowledge about it really clearly, really simply, without any gobbledygook and ego and all this nonsense. Yeah, nice and simple, and the reason is it will help your mental health, it will help your anxiety, it will help your depression. It has a direct impact on our nervous system, and also in the part of the brain that controls fear. Keep moving. Movement. Movement. I talk about movement all the time. Move your body. Have you thought about this? Now, this is not because I am sporty. I'm not a runner. I don't like sport on the TV. I was never picked for any sports team in school. I was always in the library. So why am I obsessed about movement? So as a scientist, I know that movement gives us serotonin in our brains. Serotonin, natural serotonin, right, makes us feel good, because in an antidepressant, that is chemical serotonin, SSRI. So we need to be able to create and understand. I mean, Google serotonin, Google food that serotonin's in and why we need it. So in our brain, we have 38 billion neurons all the time. And however they don't connect, they're like spiders without spider legs. We need serotonin, the chemical, to go in between them so all the positive things connect. So it's a bit like the Vegas lights, right? When everything's good, the good messages go around. That's because of serotonin. When we are depressed, the serotonin levels are very low / it's gone. So when something happens, the positive light, it doesn't connect, it just goes back and dies. So we need to move to create serotonin in our bodies. It's going to help us be creative. It's going to lift our mood. Okay, so very often when I'm working with people, we're not suggesting going for a run or going for a walk so you fit in your jeans. It's the mantra, and I'm doing this for my mental health. You will not want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's like a wild horse sometimes to have to drag me out to do exercise and movement. The mantra is, I am doing this for my mental health. I need to create some natural serotonin. Very often people who say, right, I've come off my antidepressants now, or I'm going to come off my antidepressants. The question is, okay, so what are you going to do instead? So if this is you, I need to ask you to really look at how you are going to increase your serotonin levels. Google it. Look at the food for natural serotonin, about contact, relationships, friendships, having a good time, being creative, things we may like to do, and we need to move our body to get a hit. So it's interesting, people say, oh, I feel great after doing exercise or going for a run. It's not a miracle. It's because in doing so, you have increased your serotonin levels. You've also, if you've been feeling anxious, as a lot of people are at the minute, you would have burnt off some of the adrenaline and the cortisol that our brain is releasing at the minute as a response to threat and fear. Okay, so that is why I am absolutely obsessed with getting people to move their bodies.